Good morning, friends. In the previous video of the book summary of Bomber Mafia, I have explained about Ira Aker, one of the valiant commanding officers of the American Air Force. Aker was forthright in his communication with the all-powerful Prime Minister of England, Sir Winston Churchill. Aker clarified to Churchill that the US Air Force would do the daytime bombing on the enemy country and that would ensure victory for the Allied forces. Now, the author Malcolm Gladwell explains about two other heroes of the US Air Command who were considered as the most important members of the Bomber Mafia. Their names were Haywood Hansel and Curtis LeMay. The goal of the Bomber Mafia was to destroy and demolish the cities of Sachsenfurt and also Regensburg in the German state of Bavaria. Sachsenfurt had 5 ball bearing manufacturing factories. These factories supplied their products to several weapon manufacturing facilities in Germany. The other city, Regensburg, had a fighter plane manufacturing plant, and these planes were extensively used in the war. Haywood Hansel came from a wealthy family and proved himself as an action hero. Curtis LeMay, who at the young age of 37 was a Major General of the Air Force. He was considered as a daredevil, a man full of action all the time. Fighter aircrafts had inbuilt cameras to take pictures of the locations where the bombs were hitting on the ground. Some of the pilots did not hit the targets, however trained they were. Neither did they know where their bombs fell down. The top brass of the Air Force found out that most of the pilots did not fly over their targets. The pilots were afraid that their aircrafts would be shot quickly. Curtis LeMay insisted that the pilots must fly straight over the targets, but the combat wisdom was against that instructions with the fear of getting shot. Hence, Curtis LeMay spent considerable number of hours brooding over the problem to motivate the pilots to fly straight on the targets. After a detailed study, LeMay found out that the anti-aircraft guns on the grounds had to fire 377 times on the fighter planes in order to hit them. LeMay concluded that flying straight over the target was risky, but not a crazy risky, as the anti-aircraft squad of guns had to fire 377 times and spend that much of ammunition. He decided that he would take the lead and would eliminate the fear from the minds of the pilots. LeMay did it for the first time in 1942, flying straight over the target and bombed on France, risking his own life. Subsequently, too, he and his team did not miss any target when they flew straight over the targets in Europe. He broke the myth and the fear the other pilots had. Later, LeMay issued a circular to the Air Force in which he said, quote, "I would be in the lead plane on every mission. Any plane that took off will go over the target, or the pilot and the crew will be court-martialed." Unquote. LeMay had no limits. He did many things in the war which the other pilots could not even imagine. Robert McNamara, who later became Defense Secretary of the United States, called LeMay as a brutal commander. In the World War II, the country of Japan had a prominent role to play. The war experts of the United States calculated and concluded that if they had to win Japan on an air battle, the standard fighter plane B-17 would not be sufficient. In a shorter time, United States developed and built B-29, a super flying fortress which could travel over 3,000 miles at a stretch. Japan was their target. Keeping that in mind, the United States captured 3 little islands known as Saipan, Tinian, and Guam, located close by to Japan. These islands were little known outside. The United States built long runways on them. Haywood Hansel, the action hero, was deputed to head the Air Force units there. These 3 islands were hot, humid, sultry, and were blanketed with mosquitoes. Faced with torrential rains, the American Marines and the Air Force teams couldn't handle and fell sick most of the time. Hansel planned to attack Japan on November 17, 1944, but cancelled the attempts as there was no wind to lift the heavy aircraft of B-29 with a full load of fuel on it. While Haywood Hansel was cursing the wind and the thunderstorms of the islands, another decorated air commander, LeMay, was cursing the Himalayan mountains of India. Curtis LeMay was placed in Kolkata in India with an intention to bomb Japan. B-29 super fighter planes based at Calcutta were to fly over the Himalayan mountain range, land on the city of Chengdu in China, refuel there, and then fly to Japan. In that period of air battle from Kolkata, over 700 US planes crashed over the Himalayas due to various reasons like violent typhoons, the ghastly fog on the mountains, and the extreme cold weather conditions of the mountain range. The newly built B-29 super planes developed irreparable mechanical problems too. For example, out of the 92 planes that left Kolkata, only one plane could reach Japan. Both Haywood Hansel and Curtis LeMay were highly motivated air commanders. They had burning desires to invade and bomb Japan, destroying its pivotal targets, but both failed in their attempts. Rest of the stories of the book will be in my next video. Please give a thumbs up and like the video. Please share this video with at least 5 of your friends so that they also can know a little more about the Second World War. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you soon. Thank you and bye.